This morning,
Number 24.
Hee-haw.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're in an interesting week. Here we are.
That started so lovely. It ended lovely, started lovely.
Yeah. So the week started again. So, we have
No, it started a high note.
we have 6 days of warfare. Speaking of warfare, we kind of on a precarious perch in our time in the Caribbean. It's considered Guyana the Caribbean, no, because that's a South American
South
issue.
American country.
All right, so that's a South American issue, right? But it's kind of close to home. We dealing with this. We're on the verge of war. How you feeling, brother?
Just processing. A lot has happened.
A lot to process.
I just got a family member.
Very close, very dear.
Yeah. And you also had a
Yeah, Lala. Rest in peace.
rest in peace, Lindsay.
But you had to remain stoic
Yeah.
and cry in the bathroom by yourself.
Well, nothing wrong with crying. It's don't let enemies see it.
You'll never see me cry. Anyway, so on a more serious note, we just get into this fuckery.
Come you can ever aim that mic at your mouth? I just
Yeah,
confused.
pause, brother.
Pause.
Yeah, it's not a walk. Yo, like,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Right, a
what
little
we-
bit.
We get.
Yeah, we don't have these stinger guests anymore. Anyway, yeah. This week I realized we moving solo. Good stuff.
Good stuff. We are on our own. We have nothing bad to say about anybody. We are here on a peaceful note, on a peaceful hint.
We love
We love everybody.
yeah. We just don't like them.
I really dislike a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they keep it on a
Professional.
basis. Yeah, dog. So what's new? What's news? What's new? What we happening? What we are happening?
Because I was not about to say like this stop workout. Because Jesus Christ, everybody just quit on us. Ted D of all these, like the days when people just want to have their strikes.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
No business like show business, dog.
So I was like reading news
This is what the Sunday Express.
15 hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So amid today's Essequibo vote, the Venezuelan army sets up near the border of Guyana. We dealing with it today.
Look at this squad. Look at this
Wow.
ragtag team.
It's called a ragtag bunch of defenders.
What's it? Well, I feel safe now.
All right, look at that nigga in the fucking second to last position there, stooping down behind the pilots, the helicopter man.
Yeah, what you putting his hand on his shoulder? Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, what is he doing?
It's the fourth guy from the right looks
Yeah.
like Keith Rowley. That not looking like a dog. Like like he's just trolling.
Wow, the Caribbean are ready for and unfortunately they adopted the Caribbean lifestyle rather than the South American.
Because the South American militants bout it.
You not see no Venezuelans posting.
Let me see South American.
Yeah, pull up the Venezuelan news now.
You could speak Spanish.
Pull up, yeah, you gotta figure it out.
News.
Okay. Let's see this oil-rich Guyana.
12 hours ago, Al Jazeera. Oh, we could get it in English.
Yeah.
Guyana holds referendum on oil-rich Guyana region. 4 things to know.
Hey, look the Dan boy. Why that man looking like fireball behind Maduro so?
Yeah,
Fireball.
we're not. It's not like seeming like some of these people are Guyanese, not Guyanese, like, are confused. President Nicolas Maduro waves a Venezuelan flag as he participates in closing event for the campaign for referendum. Venezuela is to hold a referendum on Sunday whether to establish a new state in
Disputed
rich territory long ruled by. Oh, so they're going to rap it.
Yeah, but that ICJ done rule against Venezuela, so
No, it urged Venezuela to refrain from taking any action. It didn't actually rule against you. Because what are you going to do? Tell me no. And I would say fuck off.
Sensationalism is real, no? Because I see some headlines where there's like the ICJ vote against rule against Venezuela. And,
Okay, let me put it this way. You see the scene going off in I was reading today. Every year since 1992, the UN has voted against the embargo placed on them by the US.
and the US is like so fucking.
And the two
what?
countries that say, I don't really care, is Israel and the US.
Yeah.
So when you're getting voted and embargoed and these kind of things, people just be like, I don't really care.
Okay, so it are levels to this thing, right?
Yeah.
So level one, you're a citizen of our country, dog. And the government telling you, right, for all the 84s on them, we're not inciting no riot. We're just trying to...
No, they could incite right. They go and last about 2 hours.
Yeah, you remember. Jesus
How long we
Christ.
cool last?
Trinidadians don't want
How
no-
long we cool? What, the attempted
3
cool
days,
last?
4 days?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Right. We'll get 3 or 4 days out of newsworthy content.
Right, so you're a citizen and the government say there are rules and laws that you must obey. And it's only as far as they could enforce it. So if you have a little bit more force multiplication, the government can't really tell you what to do. And this is going up the scale. So if you're a country and you have more force multiplication than those fuckers over there, how they going to tell you what to do? And that's basically what happening now.
I don't think Guyana could really stop Venezuela.
Not that nigga and he fucking, what is call it? He was paragliding, dog.
Oh.
That man on the TikToks.
See if I can pull that up.
Not that guy. He not going to stop paragliding Guyanese.
Good.
Oh, good.
Sir, how are you?
Yeah,
No.
yes, brother.
Don't kill that.
But defend it.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's all right.
Yeah, wait, no. They take him down or?
Would you jump out
Does
of
he join forces there? Gosh.
paragliding Guyanese Zulia?
Yeah.
Solid, yes. Solid. Nah, I guess.
Like they take him down.
I don't think he was a real soldier, though. I think it was just
The
true.
defender. he probably was just trolling by his though.
But yeah, so back to this.
Let me read this article, yeah? What shit they right there.
As Venezuelan. Oh, wait, why?
As Venezuelans vote today on whether their country should claim the Essequibo region in Guyana as their own, a Venezuelan army base is perched on the Barima River near the Maburuma border with Guyana. The base was occupied by roughly 35 soldiers yesterday, with a small military fast boat on the river and a sandbag area in case soldiers needed to take cover. A massive Venezuelan flag towering over the
Dog.
That's small.
What else sound like there, dog? What else sound
A
like
sandbag here. So which side? The Venezuelan side of the sandbags or the Guyanese side of the sandbags?
That's the Venezuelan side. The Barima River.
Yeah, they done set up them ready to run in, you know.
No,
What happened to the oil reserves? Are done?
no, it's just that they just find oil in Essequibo.
And Guyana really is Guyana. What they
No,
gonna do?
like-
What Guyana gonna do with the oil? Honestly,
Guyana has done nothing with the oil. Though. Apparently, the what's this company that went into Guyana and is Exxon? Right, so Exxon using Guyana, get them a little scrums and had them, thinking they could get rich all of a sudden because, the Guyanese dollar wasn't really worth much. Thinking they're rich all of a sudden. And they extract any shit out of the oil reserves. So this is obviously backed. I want you to pull up on YouTube for me the Guyanese, there's a particular video that they're talking about how Guyana has been robbed or is being robbed. This
by
will,
Exxon.
yeah. So this will show you the motivation that is fueling this war. Yeah.
Is the video?
Nah, there's not a video. There's not. Yeah, they pull up the one with it's like a Vice, whoever. Is no. Nah. It's an older video.
2 months ago. Wow.
It's an older video, yeah.
This one, 18 days ago.
This war is being fueled by the oil companies, so
And all wars.
hands down. This
And
had
all
no-
wars kind of fueled by
This
the...
had nothing to do with this border dispute that taking place since the freaking.
I forget, Maduro was the guy after the guy that they killed?
Yeah.
Or is Maduro the guy?
Maduro is not the guy that
Maduro is the guy that they set up? Who's the guy that they set up?
who was sided with Manning,
Chavez?
Hugo Chavez.
Sure,
Yeah.
Hugo Chavez is
Yeah.
like the good guy for America or the bad guy
The
for America?
bad guy for America.
Oh,
He's the
so
one who
Maduro
was
is the one who
grand.
playing ball?
Yeah. Maduro playing ball.
Oh,
Yeah. So that is basically what's going on
the
because
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Maduro playing ball with America because Chavez wasn't. Manning, I know, was always going to get caught up in Russia, and they send down the vice president down here to the Manning, mister. You got to understand the position you're placing yourself in, right? This country is not equipped to fight against us.
in any way, shape, or one bomb gone. One bomb.
Yeah, we
one
just
gun-
gonna take out your capital, dog. What you gonna do?
Well,
Go back to St. Joseph?
in all fairness, right? The capital already taken.
So,
Like, have you seen Port of Spain recently? Port of Spain ain't shit.
they'll go down Sando. It's much easier to bounce on. Anyway, by the way, we digress. There is a particular video that I wanted to find out where they was explaining how Guyana has been robbed. You know, and that or is being robbed or whatever the else is. Gosh, bye.
Woman followed robbed in Bella after making large catches.
That is not it.
Jesus.
Actually, put oil company in Guyana and see if you can find that shit.
Oil company, Guyana.
Exploits Guyana. Right. Wow.
Well, no, that's the leader of Guyana.
Yeah, that's the leader.
Prakash way. Anyway,
Nah. Here we go.
this one.
Yep. All Exxons.
So you're ExxonMobil in 2007, and you've run into a big problem. Your biggest moneymaker was getting oil from Venezuela. For years, you had enjoyed unlimited access to the world's largest known oil reserves. But now Venezuela just kicked you out. That's right, Venezuela's president had just nationalized all its private oil fields, which meant that foreign oil companies like ExxonMobil were banned. You had just lost your biggest moneymaker, and you had to find an alternative fast. Luckily, another country caught
Strange enough, because that's the same thing what went on with Castro. Eh? Castro get find oil in Cuba, and then the US wanted to run in.
So you see the clear thread there, right?
Yeah.
So Venezuela literally kick Exxon out.
As soon as nah, we good. We can make the money.
Exxon took over Guyana.
And that's when this was before when they find out what they privatized it. That's when Chavez died.
Right? Maduro came in. Exxon take over Guyana. Because they was like, well, we could go by our next third world country and
Exploit that.
Exploit that. Apparently, there's been this rift between in the Essequibo between Venezuela and Guyana.
For years.
This is decades.
Okay. And never really.
Never really extended to the point past. We're talking a council.
Oh, it's kind of like us and the Flying Fish with Barbados.
Flying Fish in Barbados, right? So Exxon has found a way to fuel the fire by making it about the land dispute based on the new oil that they find in the Essequibo region. They don't want Venezuela to have access to that because this is another way to further rape and plunder Guyana. What the Guyanese people is not seeing is that this can't really benefit in any way, form, or fashion, though. This is all being fueled by Exxon, the company that running this whole drama. Hey, they should probably get me cancelled. However, Lala done dead already.
You're not telephone now. Take me out. Take me.
Right? But unravel the conspiracy, dog. I could be something like a tinfoil hat here now, but you know what? Shit that.
What was that in for that?
Like them conspiracy theorists and them always be going in. But again, so Exxon has literally pushed our war. Pushing out is literally pushing out,
Funded.
of course, to get this oil in this territory that somewhat is disputed by Venezuela and Guyana. And they're sensationalizing the news to make it look like, hey, the Guyanese people want this land and Venezuela being bullies and whatever the case is. No, Venezuela's like, it's kind of like a dispute. We find oil in the same region, we go down and basically take it. That is stronger power.
Well, Guyana, I don't know. Does Guyana have a huge military force based on
No.
the Dilberts we just watched?
No, it doesn't. Guyana is not prepared for war. So we've seen a lot of...
Is there any Caribbean country that you think is prepared for? No.
No. The closest thing that will come to a defense force is Jamaica. And
Yeah. Or Cuba.
Cuba.
Because Cuba had the,
It's a military state.
and they had the Soviets.
But yeah, so Guyana, I wish I did the best. If, like, they could open up their eyes and become a
Don't come
real sovereign
across.
state.
Don't come across. We have enough Venezuelans here.
Jesus Christ. You mean that, boy, dog, boy?
No, we have enough Venezuelans here. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to give our next person $20.
No, but we also involved, we implicated by force. We are implicated by force. Have you not seen Keith Rowley and the Guyanese Prime Minister's last...
No. I don't watch news.
Well, that was...
Keith Rowley, Guyanese Prime Minister.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this episode is our Google episode. So I just
Yeah.
Googling everything. Jesus Christ.
More mutual respect between Guyana and TNT. Like,
Oh, let's see Uncle Keith.
Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Keith Rowley.
Wait, now, you see where we wait now. So one thing there's read, and then the next one,
Yeah.
anyway. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has a lot he should be thankful to Guyana for rather than making disdainful remarks about Guyana. I also saw one of my Trinidadian friends that was a minority leader.
Yeah. So this is somebody's opinion on what should happen. This is not actual
well,
fact.
yeah. Joel.
All right, Joel Bagwandin.
Yeah, Joel, thanks. We
Yes.
don't care about your opinion.
All right. Yeah, so as I was saying, Trinidad and Tobago is significantly implicated in this whole struggle. And we better be careful as to how we're going to deal with this in a international relation kind of way.
What can we do? Nothing.
Keep a close eye. That's all we could do.
Oh, because, okay. Conspiracy. My tin foil hat. We're going to stop them from coming here.
They are already here.
Exactly.
Yeah, they not stop. That's what I'm saying. We in it. We actually in it because we fast. Trying to be the America, the Caribbean. The thing with America is that being a hegemony and all, it could actually defend what it does.
Hey, I like lack of diplomacy in comments about Guyana. Hey, say we want buddy get with the dog. Well, he really don't care.
What you say now? What did Uncle
Classless and
Christopher Rowley
disrespectful
say?
and unit unfit to lead. Nah, this is UNC propaganda, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Staff
Something
reporter.
he shows up. Okay.
This is how the NTA and many other citizens are seeing the comments made by Keith Rowley about Guyana, which Guyanese vice president was forced to respond to, feeling a question by a reporter where she asked about the high votes numbers for the NTA. The PM embarrassed himself with his comment about the Guyanese currency. What did he say? And let me see. If you see the comments, you can see, boy, them nigga, them nigga,
that
them.
guy.
Yeah, I just see for oh.
Whoa. That man look like he's a cocaine cowboy, though. He been transporting that shit.
Yeah.
He's been transporting. All right, cool. No problem. So we keep our close eye on that, right? We definitely gotta talk to some of our experts on this shit.
I want to get some like economists and like one or two politicians.
Yeah, because we just unravel the theory. It's a simple theory. This is about the oil and the companies that are trying to make the most from these territories. So Venezuela versus Exxon. This is not about Guyana. Guyana don't have a force multiplier to fight Venezuela.
In any way.
In any way. So the Americans gonna help. Guyana help Exxon.
Exxon is an American company.
I don't know. I do not know.
Let's see. And
Yes. There wasn't some scandal there, eh? Yeah. It's an American company.
let's see. Oh, Mobile. American multinational. Oh God, here we go.
Come on, like
Oh God. And the largest direct descendant of John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil.
let me tell you. If it's a war, it's gonna be America versus Venezuela.
They're not, America doesn't fight wars. They just do wars by proxy.
Proxy. So it's a proxy war, right? Same that happened with Ukraine and Russia. So the poor Caribbean, pseudo-Caribbean people and them just get caught up because it's about passion and patriotism and
Hey, I'm not saying nothing about Guyana, but I'm saying no, they can't win that one.
let me just get real. Let me call
forward.
a spade, you know. It would be unfortunate that they take and chain up to fight like how the little youth man get chained up to fight the big bully in the playground. And then David Rudder singing a tune about all your Guyana, I'm sorry.
Oh, his mother died.
Oh.
David Rudder.
Rest in peace to his
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
That's Isaac Granny.
Well, hopefully.
Well, it had to be.
Yeah, well, he's look like his mom. I don't, and he's look like his dad. So I don't, I don't know. I don't know. Yo, he last was rather cool, but he's look like his mom. I ain't saying, you know. He's look like his mom.
The point was, rest in peace,
Yeah.
the late mother of David Rudder. Full respect.
Oh, Isaac, yeah.
That was
Here's my
that was-
dog.
that was heavy, dog.
Here's my dog still. Yeah,
So we moving on.
because it's the same. Yeah, because it's the same thing. I think when it went on when they started the embargo. I believe that's why the embargo Cuba. That was always the problem with Castro. He privatized the oil, and then it's like, oh, you became. And by privatize, we are basically saying you can't touch our oil,
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
US
our
man.
oil,
And it was communist, so it's free for us, but we ain't selling it to you.
here comes another layer onto this story.
Oh, yeah, I thought you was going to say caveat.
Nah, next layer. Pontificus gone home. He died when Lala passed away. Anyway, we're gonna deal with the fact that when this shit actually boils over, what gonna happen with the whole war that taking place right now between men and women? It's a big war raging, right?
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this.
You understand? So, if we had to be proactive about anything, we got to look at the fact that we kind of being distracted a lot by the algorithms that pushing feminism versus masculinity. You know, and that really causing a whole rift in society that's not going to be necessary when the bombs start to freaking drop now, boy. So,
I know where you want to go.
yeah, so, like, I just put it in perspective, you know, dog. Between me and you, we really don't hate women, dog. I don't think any man actually in that are the psychopaths and the rapists and them, but we really don't hate women. We don't. So, that was,
Breakdown in the Ukraine war. Clarification I wanted to say.
oh, you got pull that shit up.
Yeah, okay.
Pull that shit
So
up.
my issue with feminism is, and I will say it quite frankly, because we are supposed to have our feminists on the show and we gotta discuss these things. Could any feminist tell me what war? The reason why feminism hasn't gotten the grounds that it has, but the LGBTQ has gotten the ground that it has, is because the LGBTQ has men on the front lines, the Gs. The reason why gay rights and it has homosexual rights now is not because of the lesbians.
So, this is all on the backs of the G's.
The gay boys, that wherever they take that whole pride shit on their back and fight that war, because women, unfortunately, are not built like that.
Well, what I could say
Unfortunately.
What I could say is that we have empirical evidence. Because you like to say the anecdotal thing, right? You remember that clip where the woman was on Myron and the Bijan show?
Oh,
When she's like, my husband is in the Ukraine war right now.
yeah.
But what your ass doing on that podcast? Plus she uncomfortable
I'm trying to find it now.
in America.
It's at that point,
Nah, not that one. Not that one.
Ukraine woman, who abandoned her husband in Ukraine. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So you like Zelensky then?
No, I can say that I like so much, but what he did the first days for the country, it was good.
What are your thoughts on Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, I think 200,000 teen men.
Let her finish, bro.
Teen men are dead.
Let her finish. What are your thoughts on Vladimir Putin?
God, why is it?
Should I answer this
What's that?
question?
So to provide some context, the clip that we're listening to is about the Bijan and Myron, right? You can't call a name. Well, you got one name already.
Oh, that's nice.
Interviewing a lady who is from
she's Ukrainian.
yeah, she's a Ukrainian and she literally is speaking on the war. Not to know or not to mention that her husband is literally fighting in the war.
Well, dying in the war, mostly.
Yeah, most likely. And she is plushy on a dating podcast,
No, she looking fine as shit.
having the skimpiest shit on
While your man
while your man
getting-
dying.
So again, feminists, when the bombs was going, when Putin said, yo, fuck all they saying, I going in Ukraine
Anyway.
and doing what I gonna do because I want them niggas to join the UN and they didn't listen. So I'm gonna follow what I seen because as a man, I'm gonna back up my plea. Breach the territory. And there was this like, okay men, well, they had to fight this war, you know. And all the men was like, no, I don't want to. But as a man, get your white ass in front. You're black as black man, you can't leave either. We don't care about you, but you gotta fight this too. And where were the feminists that said we want to fight for the Ukraine pride?
Make
too?
us ladies stay and pick up arms.
We know because we are just as good as the men. Every single one of these women boarded those, whatever it was, train, plane, or boat.
Planes, yeah.
Train, plane, or boat. I don't know.
Evacuation vessels.
The vessels are evacuation. And said, well, I guess John had to figure it out on his own.
So if you're trying to be a little fair, let me try and be a little fair, right? A little objective. In this regard, would you say that she's helping the war effort in any way, form, or fashion?
We are a show with scantily clad women talking to men who trying to fuck her. That's really much here. I'm at
answer
war.
to that is no.
I'm trying to be at I'm trying to defend my country for the safety of my wife and children. She is on a podcast on the next side of the world, scantily clad with other men who trying to have sex with her. That really makes me motivated to fight for my country.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Or maybe she's not feminist.
I mean, people they could comment and say because
Maybe she's not feminist. Maybe.
comment and say if this would be you fighting your ass off to defend your sovereign territory and your wife across in Venezuela
Matter of fact,
on a podcast.
I'll stretch to the point of feminism. The only reason feminism get the gusto that it have is because men then decide to say, you know what, we're going to kill everybody who says they're feminist.
Men wouldn't. Why would you?
That's why.
Why would you kill?
That's 100% why.
Men would not kill their wives. Like that. That's
No,
inane.
not even just not kill their wives. They just wouldn't go out on a woman killing spree.
Who does that? That's it.
That's serial killer behavior. I think the average
But
man,
you would listen to these feminists and think that is what men want to do.
like they want to destroy.
You swear.
Yeah,
You would swear men want to kill women. And that is not, that's the furthest thing from the truth. At the end of the day, the biggest threat to this whole situation is the men who backing them up.
I know those men don't win wars either.
They pretending.
They don't win wars either.
You know who does really get to me? The men of them who is really
Me-
pretend, the male feminists.
Male feminists.
Yeah.
Male feminists are the worst of the worst.
Is the worst of the worst. I remember John Peterson talking about something once. Talking about the orangutan community now, boy. And in the orangutan community, the males is our boreal species, of course. And the males, there's literally, when they get too big, be unable to climb up the trees. Right? Because, there's a big fat pad on them and they walk around too heavy to climb up a tree because if, God forbid, he fall off that tree, he's fucked. So he stays on the ground and the females come to him.
Right.
The scientists also observed smaller males in the trees.
Who couldn't get pussy.
And for years, they were thinking that these males were adolescent males, just on the cusp of becoming adults. Until they realized some groundbreaking research was done. And I think that was GADSAD was putting us onto that game. Some groundbreaking research was done. And they realized, no, these males are all the same age. It's just that their development was severely delayed due to the fact that there was a alpha male in charge.
So he getting the food, he getting the resources.
Easy
and
one.
them had to fight for scraps.
So their mating strategy was to stay up in the trees, stay skinny, stay meager, stay lean, and rape the females in the trees.
Oh, and rape.
Rape. Not the females didn't want to have sex with them.
Wow.
So they raped. These male feminists mentally raping the whole scenario here.
I could even argue that they actually going out and doing it, but whatever, that's anecdotal.
That's
anecdotal.
We can't really prove it, but we know what they're doing now. Right? But
Anecdotal.
the male orangutans was raping. These male feminists pretending to be what they are, quote Derek Jackson, right? Pretending to be a whole
And scummier just than all of us combined.
just as scummy
I don't know
as
what
the scummiest. So they are what we call double agents in the cause, and they are what causing the whole feminist battle to be. This give women ammunition
And bad ammo too.
and bad ammo.
You didn't get it. You did not get your shit from Stark Industries. You get it from
Yeah.
Hammer Industries, and you see what happened in Iron Man too.
Yeah, for sure. So that is really what's going on now, and that's a strategy that primatologists have figured out. And we being the most advanced primates, we still kind of copy that now, boy. So, them male feminists, boy, I really dislike it. Like, I promise.
I just only female feminists.
Yeah.
Because all they're not built for the war. That's my problem is. I can understand.
But should they be? Women,
No, if you have
come
a
up with
stance, if you have a stance, you should be willing to die for it. And none of them are willing to die on the cusp of feminism. That's my problem. It's all fun and games till the first bullet flies, then it's like, oh, let the men handle this. But you don't need the men.
Yeah. No, but it's all
Feminism wouldn't last longer than the Trinidad coup.
it's all
If
fun and games.
bullets was flying.
It's all fun and games until that crime is being perpetrated against you. And you're looking to cause somebody to enforce the law.
I'm trying to figure out which man was really saying, I think we should rape women.
No, dog. Nobody says that. If you come out in a group of men and say that we rape women, you will be put to death.
Thank you.
You will be like, I know and stand up and hear you talk that talk. But the other call a speed and shit is shit, dog. Like, at the end of the day, we could pander as much as we want to pander. It's not going to make the situation any better. Men losing their masculinity because they're becoming afraid to say what they want to say. Right? And if you can't say what you want to say, what are you going to do? Like, this is the next logical thing to do.
Kill fit.
But we're not going to do that because we can't. We're not going to. It's
Oh, I can see why I want to say that's the difference.
It's counterproductive to try to destroy the next gender if we're talking about the species going anywhere, though. It's counterproductive. Like women trying to destroy men in the sake of...
Feminism to me come across like if you have a child and he's like, oh, I want to build a spaceship, and then you just not taking him on, but he start to annoy you, and then it's like, okay, go and build a spaceship. And then it's like not a spaceship, it's a cardboard box.
Okay, but then you realize as you try to get older, he's starting to do foul shit in the name of building this spaceship. Not actually going and becoming a scientist or learning how to build the spaceship.
He's just making your life harder.
Yeah, he thieving money from you to buy...
To build the spaceship.
Yeah, and you're realizing, but this is at my expense. Why should I pay for your spaceship when it's not even a real spaceship?
How much cardboard are to buy?
Yeah.
How much cardboard?
How much cardboard you will stifle?
And then when you finally build the spaceship, it don't fly.
It can't.
And then it becomes my fault because I didn't provide steel and other actual materials to build a spaceship.
Yeah, that's a horrible way to look at how life should be. But again,
the reason why it don't work fundamentally is because they don't put the best and brightest people at the forefront of it.
The best, you know,
in terms of feminism, the reason why it does not work is they don't put the star players in front now because they're trying to lead by committee.
Yeah, but feminism again, the best and brightest are the women realize feminism don't work. Is actually hear them say, I'm not a feminist. Right?
True.
The best and the brightest women is be like, you know what? Let me use my feminine guile. Let me find a husband. Let me lock him down. And let me make sure that I have a good life. They're not studying to dominate men.
Was Marianne Carey a feminist?
The scientist?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say. That Polish scientist.
Feminist? I wonder.
Most likely.
One with Fabi, remember for groundwork is Marianne Carey. What did she do for feminism? Opening way for many women to enter the field. But I mean, she didn't, come on, man. Was she a feminist, though?
No. She was just a woman who was passionate about science.
Who wanted to be a scientist.
Yeah, she was passionate.
That's it. It wasn't like, I want to be as equal as the men. And I think...
All right. Fair enough. So she opened the way, right? Why aren't more women scientists?
Women don't want to be scientists.
Yeah, they pull up that study, though.
She actually wanted to be a scientist.
Yeah, they pull up the study in the Scandinavian countries.
Scandinavia. Okay, because they can't bring it up in the black ones. What studies? Scandinavian what?
Scandinavian equality studies.
Scandinavian equality studies.
Yeah. Because they're looking for equality of opportunity, right? That's what... Feminists, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, that's what be easy.
Yeah. The paradox of working in the world's most equal countries. It's a paradox. Right? Well, where we get this article from?
Oh, we get it from BBC.com. And it's not bigblackcock.com.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
It's not bigblackcock.com.
Oh, God.
It's not bigblackcock.com. It's...
Pause, dog. Yeah. Right.
It's the one with the news.
So the title is Even Europe's Most Egalitarian Countries Struggle to Put Women on an Even Footing at Work. In the Nordics, why do women still lag behind men in pay, management, and company ownership? And this is the most egalitarian stages that we're talking about here.
Just for the record, let's see what egalitarian means. Cool. Believing in or based on the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities.
So we're talking about equality of opportunity here, right?
Cool.
Right, cool. That's just these countries' territories are about equality of opportunity.
When Bolette Westrom moved back to Denmark after spending most of her 20s overseas, she was excited to experience the gender equality in quotations, for which the Nordic region is globally famous. At first, she wasn't disappointed. I definitely think Denmark is more open-minded than all the other places I have lived, says the 28-year-old, now a community manager for the Copenhagen startup. there is more focus on what you are capable of instead of your gender. But amid immersion in a culture that seemed to actively champion women's rights, she couldn't escape the fact that there were still primarily white males sitting at the top of many of the best known companies. Denmark's global image versus the reality didn't always match up. Is it a paradox that many women working in the Nordics will recognize? It is a paradox, sorry. The region has a glowing reputation as the best place in the world when it comes to gender equality, thanks to welfare states that support working families and promote parental leave and legal, political, and cultural support for the goal of gender equality. But many experts argue that progress has flatlined, suggesting these countries are further from achieving equality than global observers might imagine. We do have the idea of being gender equal, but we have a long way to go before we are gender equal.
Pause. So basically, it means equality is a fallacy. Gender equality is a fallacy, though. Right?
Well, I mean, white males still in... But then again, okay,
There are two different types of equality, though.
here's my thing. You didn't find the equality you wanted in the equal place. Did these women go out and say, here, what, let's make our own spot?
Listen.
Did they build... you could build it all.
It
You
is
have...
highly impractical. The reason why is this way is because we come
But we
down to
know wars.
equality of outcome. Women will be what women want to be. Men will be what they want to be. This is a state or states that actually giving you the choice to do what you want to do. And we see the outcome here as men still getting into the fields that require them to be a little bit more astute and more powerful.
So, is it going to be argued that you're giving him any jobs?
No,
And
you
women
can't.
consider?
It's not. You're not giving the men the jobs. The men are actually working for those jobs. The women are not working for
So you
those
don't think
jobs.
it's have one Sheila is like qualifies to be...
And if she qualifies, she definitely will get a job because we're in an opportunistic state, an equality opportunity state. Right? So you're looking at the paradox. It's a paradox because you still give them the chance or the opportunity to do it and they're not doing it. Because it's not about gender anymore. It's about who's best for the job. You understand?
Oh, so you're saying that the men just better...
They're just better at certain things, which will put them in a higher position in certain places.
I just think, well, they could have just gone and make all they want. If only have so much of an issue. But then again, we all know it doesn't work.
It can't.
You
It
want to
can't
know
work
why it
past
doesn't work?
10 years.
The woke agenda, if it has showed us anything, is that we wanted to see representation. Well, sorry, they wanted to see representation in cinema, etc. It didn't work. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Q, Marvel.
The Marvels bombed box office, worst thing ever. As you want, and you know the best part. Before you say I hate women, forever. I love Brie Larson. I find her very attractive. I find she's a real top class actor.
It's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. As any other role, I watched in a few shows. I was like, yeah, I really like this chick. She could really act. The black girl. I don't remember her name. I will watch any movie she in because she is just that hot. And you know, the black.
She was in
Chirac.
right. Okay.
She was in Chirac, and she made Chirac very interesting.
So what you're saying is that these actresses are some people that you're interested in.
Well, yeah, the Pakistani girl. You know, I like Indian girls or girls that look like that. So I would watch it.
Yeah.
But as conceptually, the Pakistani girl who was Miss Marvel, the character she's based on the Soul, when it was a comic book, no, they had to shelf it. Nobody wanted it.
So hear me out. Saying that they say it will take quite a lot of time, right? Another 50 years at least until we get to the point of true gender equality. What that in reverse is saying that is that you have to break men down. Basically,
Men had to lose their work.
Yeah, men have to lose their work, lose their sense of self, lose the direction, so that women can now fill that void. Because the void is in there, of course you can't fill the void. You have men who still on this shit. So you got to go through another half a century of men being mentally cocked.
You're talking about them programs that they made in Guilds in STEM, Guilds for programming,
Yeah.
Guilds
Another
in,
half a century of that shit.
that, and men is like, learn to rap, nigga. Come
Yeah.
out a mixtape.
Yeah.
Learn to rap, come out a mixtape.
Do something abstract.
Freestyle for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know, and don't go into the corporate world. Stop it. See what you're doing there. You're on shit. Right? Yeah, so that's what I mean. Another 50 years of this shit. Another 50 years of breaking down men. And what they're not seeing is the outcome of that. More crime, more instability, less parental guidance in the home because you don't have proper men. And that's basically, they're willing to pay that price for the sake of saying a woman is a boss. I don't think that juice would that squeeze at all.
Sacrifice your children so you
Yeah,
can
fuck
you can
them
feel
kids.
good. Fuck them. You gotta get that thing I go. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids, boy. They just want to feel good in this lifetime. Forget your future. Forget when you turn 80, what your future going to look like. Just think about now.
I know you don't watch TV. Because you know that. Reality shows. Competition shows. Every single show that I've watched of recent on Netflix, Outlast, the new Squid Games, that now come out. Every single show, for some reason, it's two things getting pushed. Gays to the forefront and black women. Like black feminists or black lesbians.
Messaging, yeah. There's only messaging.
And this is why I say what it is. Because it reached a point where it had a group of men, white men. Because you know I'm not backing white men on their shit. But for some reason, it wasn't even just white men. It had
White men are the devil.
white men. The white man is the devil. But in this case, he really wasn't the devil. The black woman was the devil.
Wow.
I think she's a bigger devil than the white man.
That's a startling discovery, my friend.
No, because it had an old, like 70-some-year-old physician, cool guy, whatever. I learned that you should respect your elders, regardless of whatever. So I would always treat that old person with a level of respect.
Okay.
So he kind of old in the show. I'm not sure what he on the show for, but it's kind of like Squid Games. So he ended up getting a fella who didn't have no father figure. And the man basically adopt him on his shows like, hey, well, I have a next Sunday. And it was just like, look at it. And it's a young fella and he's like, hey, don't worry, I'll have your back, bro. I'll have your back, old man.
Yeah.
XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. Well, first, the man that everybody hated was a black man because he was very confident in himself.
Strong motif. Very strong motif.
Yeah, he was an athlete thing, and then he just was like, nah, I'm not going through that. Or they can't take me out. Bam.
Out.
They figure out a way.
Of course they will.
Because they thought they would have a physically intensive thing that you'd bomb on. They make it into something else, and then he does get knocked out. That's what I like about the show. Everybody's getting.
They look for your weakness and target it.
And it's like, yeah, you didn't plan for this. Anyway.
All brown.
The women now, when it come down to 9 of them left, they probably have a meeting. Hey, it have 20 men, 9 women, or I think it was 11, some shit like that. 20 men, 9 women. We had to work together now so we don't get knocked out. And I was like, hold on, what's this? Before that,
Yeah.
one of the black women saw the white men gathering. Yeah, there's that same type of shit I'm talking about. Whatever. I hate to see men gather. And I was like, so you just hate men. So she mash up one black woman, mash up a squad of them for the main fact of just because they have unity.
Yeah.
Not more than that. She couldn't find nobody to have a relation with.
Every time I talk or listen to a feminist talk, because there's no conversation with a feminist, they're incapable of hearing. I'm convinced of that. But every time I talk to a feminist or hear a feminist speak, try to listen to them. One thing is for certain, you're going to hear about the patriarchy.
Okay. Black feminists, please shut the fuck up about the patriarchy.
That patriarchy bullshit. Yeah, why?
White women, you could talk, and not because you're white, but because I guess white men really was fighting you down. But then again, I don't care about either or.
But what
Black
really-
women, shut the fuck up. When we was in slavery, you was in
Together.
slavery with you.
All to say that you were treated better in slavery than we were.
I wouldn't even say that.
Here's why.
Oh, God.
Here's why. When I say treated better, I mean, look at what you as a man had to endure to become,
Including rape.
buck breaking.
And no, she also had to be raped.
No, but she was raped. But buck breaking goes a step further. Buck breaking goes to the point where generations of young men after you in your bloodline will be shown an example of what would happen to them if they actually lean into their masculinity. And that gives the example to all the rest of slaves that you're going to be split by your horse, you're going to be fucked in the streets, you're going to be feathered and tarred, you're going to be your balls cut off.
But then again, as a woman, the same shit could happen to you, and you had to fuck your children.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm not backing the women, but I say
but what I'm
slavery
saying,
was both.
Why? Of course, yeah, I know it's equally as bad, but here is the problem. Psychologically, it teaches these women to tell the sons, hey, don't get strong, be weak.
No, be physically strong, but don't be smart.
Don't be mentally strong
Don't be
because
smart.
Massa will
Kill your cunt. And to
will.
protect him,
You see what happened to Big Bruno? The biggest baddest of us? You don't want to end up like Big Bruno.
do not try to overtake the system.
Yeah.
Don't be smart.
Right? And that is in effect worse for males. Because how you gonna lead your people?
What is
if
the point? You're not, and then women take it out. Well, it's not a good man to lead
There are no good man to lead.
because they don't like the leaders.
When in fact it was your mothers and aunts and women in society
Oh, well, here somebody that don't agree with it.
trying
with his statement.
trying to protect you from that buck breaking. They out of love, you know. Out of
No,
love.
for your preservation.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
they
your
thought,
preservation.
but at the point in time, it was necessary. No, it just trickled down, and no,
Good.
don't
So,
be special.
Let's bring it
You're
back.
special to me.
Let's bring it back to the age-old adage. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times.
Good times.
Good times make weak men. Weak men make hard times. The black community, the African diaspora, is experiencing hard times because we have weak men. And
For the last how much years you was saying?
over a century now.
Over a century.
Like, let me go back to the early 1900s.
Since the abolition of slavery.
Yeah, the 1900s was when we started to actually, because I mean, contrary to popular belief, there were a lot of millionaire slaves after slavery. Yeah?
It had some successful people.
Yeah, real success. Men and women were millionaires in America after slavery.
It had success down here in the Caribbean. I
Caribbean.
would say that Trinidad, I had to get more facts on it, but you see how it had all of that shit? I don't think Trinidad experienced it as bad as most places.
Haiti experienced it the worst.
Well,
Jamaica
no,
for sure.
No, I talk about Trinidad. So from Trinidad, we can say at the standpoint of we kind of get the smarter of the slaves. I don't want to, the ones who's just like, okay, this is how we going to win here. We going to make him think he getting through and then work we way. Politics this
Yeah,
scene.
we were politics this scene, and that's what we've been doing,
Politics in the scene. However, that make weak men.
of course.
Because that make everybody think they could just weasel our way through and sneak breed everybody.
This is one of the most corrupted countries in the Caribbean, I would say. But again, so the weak men make hard times. Now the hard times are here, and it's due to the fact that there are weak men. So if nobody willing to stand up and say, hey, the box stop in here and you should go and stop today, we go and clean up the sewage going to continue to run. I have never heard a woman say, you know what? We need to fix society for the betterment of our boys.
You don't ever say we need to fix society to help the men. I never heard them say that either.
For which men? Which men need help? Apparently,
Men need help. Now, well, I get enough help.
from whom?
I'm telling you, after slavery was abolished in Trinidad, I'm trying to figure out what was the greatest descent. Why was that bought? Feminism was bought wholeheartedly by black women, especially when we was trying to have a civil rights movement and trying to get better jobs, etc. with the trade union.
The labor movement.
Yeah, the labor movement. We was trying to do that. At what point did we be like, you know what? Fuck the men. We got to go and try for this fight for ourselves. When that happened, this is
Americanizing.
Yes, feminism down here is a very new concept. I want to say what women consider feminism.
I do not know. What is called the opposite of a feminist? A masculinist?
A regular person.
A regular person. So,
Because they have a warped viewer thing. It have a pay gap. It have this, it have whatever.
I don't meet that many feminists. It's like a minority.
I
of
meet all
women.
of them. I meet all of
Where
them.
did this be? Because I stopped to one or two, right?
In lesbian bars. Not even saying that is lesbians, but in lesbian bars.
Okay, so that's a stomping ground. I talked to one or two. Like the one we talked to the other day, who was afraid to come on the show.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like,
Oh, it's not a safe space.
it's not a safe space. Whatever the fuck that means, right? But if you're debating, you shouldn't be afraid to debate in a place that is unsafe.
No, because when I was doing Bible discourses, when I was in that organization, I go into areas where men cannot walk in without getting bulletin.
Of course.
And I am arguing the Bible over Islam, the Bible over whatever.
Of course.
And look at my size.
You
Because I was
stand-
willing to stand on business.
Your business, yeah.
Stand on business for that.
Yeah.
So you coming on our show, or anybody coming on our show to talk about their varying points, like here. And you can stand on that, like nobody gonna kill you.
Nobody gonna kill you. You're living in
Bigger than skinny thing
You're
going
not
on.
going and fight, you know, but you're afraid. You know why you're afraid?
Because you don't really have a point.
The point is emotional. And the point is, you see, emotions are vapid. It is come and go. So you can't really stand on something that's gonna leave you when you might need it the most.
No, because shout out to you, Jala. Because I was talking to my friend Jala, and I was thinking, you know what to fix that there? With all this feminists, you know equal rights bullshit. No, I say, well, enjoy that. She was like, "Now I'll call you for tips." I said, "What you calling me for? You're a feminist? What you calling me for?
Yeah.
What you calling me for?
I mean,
You want man help now? I want to be a roadside assistance person just to answer female calls. To come and say, I thought you need all the help you want.
so you're reaching on the scene and the ball and Is a feminist?
My friends are feminist. Nah,
Tell me if you need more or not.
I would tell you if
Say you need a man.
I need to say you need a man.
Alright, cool. They go and take it to court so fast, dog.
Okay, well,
It's my right. I pay for roadside. And I was like, sure.
No, your insurance paid for roadside.
Sure.
You didn't pay for roadside. You paid for insurance.
Sure you did. So yeah, that's I really do agree with the illogical sequence of things that's be happening when you're trying to have a conversation. Bring it out in the open. Let me debate it sensibly and logically.
Feminists is typically devolve into. No, what this happened to me as a child. I was like, what the fuck we talking about us? And then there's always have data to bring, and then there's never bring data.
Yeah, where the facts about the what was the ceiling, the glass
ceiling.
The glass ceiling exists because there's a paradox. The paradox is women are interested in people, men are interested in things.
Well, that and the fact is, you really talking about glass ceiling in fucking Trinidad? Anybody's work hard in this country? Anybody's work hard here?
You know why I know there are no glass ceiling? Look at how many female CEOs exist in these big
We have
corporations.
CEO in TSTT.
Just
Bam.
lady who get fired, yeah. Wasn't she the CEO of B-Mobile or TSCT or whatever?
Yeah.
else? Yeah, so, I mean, like, it doesn't exist. There are a lot of female executives in this country. The problem is, when your ass didn't make the grade and you didn't work hard enough, you're looking for somebody to blame.
And it's not because the men get through. It's just like, let me be real. People, this is nepotism central. Do you want to have somebody virtue signal you in a bar and you can cut your flick, or you want to cut your flick, or you want to line with people that is degenerates like you? Be really, executives is degenerates. They don't want nobody who fucking talk the scene. You want to cut flick on the low.
Or because it being nepotism state. That
It's nepotism.
you can't come out and whistleblow. If you're whistleblowing, you're basically shooting the whole industry.
No, that's my point. Why would I hire you knowing that you most likely go and talk some
when you
scene
try
that
to
you-
play this scene with integrity.
when you don't have integrity to begin with? What you could really do, honestly, with a gender studies degree, gender studies masters, other than teach gender studies?
What you could do is make things harder.
No, what do you do with that? If, okay, say I'm a young boy and I was interested in gender studies.
You could do the same thing as
Because we have a friend
you could do the same thing
and he
with
says
a,
real fight on from the women.
with a Taylor Swift degree. Or a Lil Kim degree is the same thing. You don't have degrees in these people, right? So you could do the same thing with those people and you could literally...
What job do you get with that? Because they most likely going to start teaching gender studies eventually in
primary school learning.
secondary school. Social studies.
They'll figure out a way to get them as young as possible. Because judging from this article, the leading countries in equality says it takes a larger Herculean effort
And
to equalize the... You know what's my question?
well, it's,
Why?
huh,
Wow.
that's
That's her? Okay.
glass ceilings.
Yes. Strong progress has been made in the public sector.
In
Sweden,
politics, strong progress has been made in politics. In Sweden, more women than men currently hold management positions in this sphere.
Yeah.
In politics, 46 of Swedish members are women, while in the proportion of other Nordic countries is 40. Really? So and they still arguing, you know. What they want is
Proportional representation. That's all that matters to them. That you could look at the numbers and see it equal down the line because
could it
it's
just
fair.
be that the person is just worth the job? I don't care if it's a male.
Since when we looking at affirmative action over competence?
Since we give black people affirmative action.
And that's bad. I don't agree with affirmative action for black people. Because I'm black and I'm Trinidad, right? That means I must get
Here
you.
it is now. At the point in time, I understand the necessity at the point in time. In 2023, nah.
Yeah, but
We understand gate open. Let me do the maths. Gate in Trinidad was open. That's why they call it a gate. And everybody, all the Indians was like, okay, we could buy cars now and let our daughter come up the road to fuck niggas. We Syrians, we don't have to send them Miami to make them look white. We can send them anyway.
nah, the Syrians. How much Syrians do you know from?
We're like 3.
Okay, that's not the mass. The mass is really going
Blacks,
to the
well,
parents'
they come-
business.
Yeah. Blacks only basically could come and do communication studies and agribusiness
And
management.
business management, and the ones who doing engineering just do it because they're gonna be a plaque on the wall. You gonna end up poor at the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Or
happens.
working for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is, you do all of these things. So it was fair ground. All the doctors basically mainly became Indian doctors, male and female. So I find we should be fighting on a race equality thing if you want to fight on a gender equality thing. Because
No, that's a whole conversation by itself.
Because the gender battle is like, when you go to where we went, and it was just like mainly, they don't talk, the people, the people that work in restaurants, as we observed the day when we was at brunch, having our business meeting, majority of the people that work there are female, and they are of African descent, primarily of African descent. Meanwhile, the people that was taking the food was primarily women, was buying. So clearly women have money.
What glasses there was there today? Actually, that was a revolving glass door. if you wanna call it
In that restaurant, it had you, me, and like 2 other guys.
I
and it was
the
full.
only dark-skinned person in that restaurant.
Yeah.
Like full on.
And yeah, you are the darkest. You're the darkest person there.
I was the darkest.
That was a customer.
Yeah. Other than that, there was a putty. And that was all the places that we went to, because we went to this place and the bourgeoisie,
The bourgeois.
they literally flooded all the restaurants in this little stretch of a place.
Yeah.
So
I hated it.
yeah, we ended up in the last restaurant down in the end where people probably didn't want to walk that far. And it was like everyone that we touched,
It had some man that let his balls in his wife's purse. And it had this women.
yeah, that's how it is. So I don't understand that feminism argument,
So,
even in the upper echelons of society.
I not seen no women. I not seen they fighting for garbage man walk.
Why did you complain about the glass ceiling in CPEP?
I seen real women in CPEP, especially
no glass ceiling in
especially
CPEP.
in management positions.
I know one. Anyway, that's
I seen women in a lot. When I was working, I had my good job in the government. My boss was a manager, her boss was a manager, and her boss was a manager. Was a female.
Let me call a spade now.
So where
At
is
least.
this ceiling happening?
At least on this podcast, dog, let me call a spade a spade.
We had a female prime minister and a female president at around the same time.
Around the same era, right? Let me call a spade a spade. It hasn't. You're not trying to stop a woman from being who she is. I don't see you think you just wake up in the morning and get up and be like,
The
let me see-
matriarchy
yeah,
needs
let me
to
see
die.
which bitch I could fucking keep
Kill.
down and fucking lack the understanding that she
You wanna know why?
is on her own. I don't do it.
You wanna know why? Because backshot is the same regardless what job you have.
That's a very salient point, my friend.
Backshot is the same
Very
regardless.
salient
And it's not me collecting the prick. So
It's a salient point. So I don't think men in general want to keep women down, oppress women. That what the hell is that?
nobody goes to work saying they're gonna oppress women. A lot of matter of fact, a lot of men went to job, especially in our HR department, to strictly because they wanted to fuck a woman. So it's like, hey, let me get shitty walk instead of this nigga who was hard working.
Sexual harassment is a thing.
No.
Say, yeah, what I would take? You have a toasty man boss.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
No, but you get a job because it's our, you wanted to bully.
Because he's a toasty
when you
man.
could have hired somebody else that was probably better at the job.
Maybe your boss is a male feminist and he's like, I want women to come and literally come in the
Yeah,
office.
I want them to come.
That's
on
what
my
we
face.
wanted, yeah.
On my office. On my office.
That's it. On my office.
Face.
On my office. On my office. On my office.
On my office.
Right, but again, there's no oppression. The oppression is basically created in women's head. In women's heads. The feminist heads.
And especially the women that was making grounds in terms of feminism, they weren't doing it for feminism. They was doing it because they just wanted that job and they qualified.
I wonder what Auntie Kamla had to say about feminism. Is she a feminist?
Anything about Auntie Kamala heard? I think she's just side with the side that right at the point in time to agree with. I don't really believe in her opinion. That's what I like about her.
She's a bandwagonist.
Yes, 100%. That's why she's
Because
like...
you don't see Auntie Kamla talking when she was the prime minister. She wasn't talking no feminism talking.
No, she ride the wave though because
Of course, the
to be
first woman
yeah, exactly.
prime minister,
She,
however.
other than that, she does not care for feminism, especially because A, she's East Indian. You came from a patriarchal household. B, you really don't care because I think the feminist plight in Trinidad is a black woman's struggle.
It's not real.
It's also a black woman's struggle
It's a internalization of self-hate.
because all the feminists I know here aren't Indian.
Not just that. No, there are some East Indian feminists.
Are
But
they hot?
I don't know.
No.
It's subjective.
When I say a hot feminist, I would be like, all right, cool.
No, but again.
Maybe.
So we go in on this and we're trying to welcome all the feminists to come now. They come and argue because these
No, but and they
arguments...
don't even have to come on my office.
Yeah. These arguments are, again, inane. The mundane, the inane, the all the ins. It's
each of us
insane.
could be wrong and you could actually bring salient
Bring
points.
some points
I'll
and
be like,
show us
okay.
that, hey, men really oppressing women in this country or in this territory or in the world, which doesn't exist.
Because I could understand if you say they're oppressing men and women, then I'll be like, all right, we are of our oppressed class, and you are, and then somebody is not of our oppressed class. I can take that. It have a class struggle.
There is a class who could walk through any door.
A class struggle. It have a little bit of race struggle, but there's no gender struggle except for the transgenders. And I will say this: my issue with the transgenders is
In trans women.
trans men. Nobody cares about trans men. Just like regular men, nobody cares about trans men. Nobody cares about trans men. The issue is the trans women
Who, again, want to go into female bathrooms are being excluded. Right? Because women being like,
You're not a woman.
you're not a woman.
And no, because the bullshit. All you guys got a level of privilege and you don't want to share it with men.
You are trans man, you come in a man bathroom.
Am I going to get wrong? No. But think about it, because this has happened multiple times. At any point you have ever worked at a place where for some reason the female bathroom not working, and you just walk in the bathroom, go and take a percent at gills in it, and
again.
And them is walking.
Where the oppression in that?
And there's walking full authority. Meanwhile, if it was the same time now, use the bathroom on the next floor.
But we go to parties. And women want to, like, well, it's too crowded over there. So we instead of waiting your turn, because you want to be equal to everybody else, no, your equality means that you are able to do much more than the other person, which is the other gender.
And no, because so you are the P and it's like, so you're afraid to see a girl see a gun now. And that's what they tell you.
Not just that. What about me who really want to freaking pee? You taking up my space.
No, but the treatment. If it was the reserve side and a girl in a bathroom, in the bathroom with the girl, and it's like, what?
And you know what? Guaranteed. You skip these females and youngster them, you're going to find the male feminists coming and saying, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
He's a bulla man or let the girl don't use the bathroom, but I'm to you hate girl.
Wait, so you can't piss by the fence?
What are you friend trample?
Yeah.
So, where the oppression in that? On every level, if you look at it, it's a paradox.
Male, I hear this now. As my plight is for that, them trans males, because they know how to realize reality. They jump on and say, nah, go fight all the battle. When you realize everything you are prone to getting cuff in your fucking face.
Everything.
And it's
Everything.
like, the danger of our punch to face is like, if our president is like, yeah, but you remember the chick? She had to read that book and she ended up killing herself.
Yeah. What's her name? I can't remember.
Trans. Hey, rest in peace, you. I think you figure. Because I wanted to bring up my girl who wasn't even in Black Dolphin.
Because she was approaching women as a woman. A woman was like, yeah. As a man, she approaching women and was like, whoa.
Hey, listen to me, rapist. Get the fuck away.
Sicko. Who are you? Move away from me, please. Don't speak to me. And that happens.
That push her to the point of suicide.
Yeah, she killed herself. She literally killed. No one speaks on that. Where the feminists then? Where the feminists? No. She switched sides, so she's no longer...
Yeah, because feminine... they're not... But
and she probably could argue it was about feminism.
The only reason that war fight, the war is fighting is because men aren't fighting back. It's like, your girl pick up and beat you in your chest. You so bad, you so evil. And it's like, oh, I could kill you, but I'm not because I don't hate you. That's what feminism is.
Yeah, we do hate you. And they actually hate us.
Yeah. No, they hate some next man and they're taking it out on you.
They hate their father most likely.
Yeah. Because my stepfather touched me when I was 5, so I had to hate all men. You need therapy.
Yeah.
You need therapy, sister. You need therapy.
You think therapy will work?
No.
Because that's our next thing that's actually perpetuating
I think
bullshit.
what we have to do is, if we turn to segregation, let's segregate all the traumatized people who on that and let's put them in a wing in Satan.
I must say though,
Let's have our apartheid for...
The only people that actually win in this situation are straight men who don't give a fuck.
And, well, I would say the ruling class.
Well, the ruling class been winning, right?
But the ruling class are the only people who win.
Winning. And second to them, under that rung, of the ruling class, is the men who actually are attractive, are resourceful, don't really give a shit. Them winning. Because that is what the bitches really want, and here are the options. You understand what I'm saying, right? So... whatever opinion a woman have, whatever opinion a male feminist have, it don't really matter because at the end of the day, they're still chasing him for whatever he have, you know. So everybody else in this mud slinging at each other, dirtying up each other clothes, and we just...
It's the woman's fault. It's the man's fault.
It's the man.
Woman's fault.
It's the woman. And at the end of the day,
It's the feminist fault.
it's all average people who need to be with each other.
It's two groups of oppressed people not understanding that they are oppressed together.
Equally oppressed. And we're looking at somebody to blame when you have to look at yourself. Nobody does internalize their fault.
Social revolution.
You have to look at, if you're a man and you have a problem with women, look at yourself first. We don't have a problem with women, we have a problem with the feminists. If you're a man and you have a problem with women, look at yourself first. Look at the reason why women treating you the way you are being treated. And that's because probably one, you're pandering because no woman really likes a panderer. Or you're sucking ass. I just went there.
No one likes a kiss ass.
Nobody loves a kiss ass. So, as a man, you have to look at yourself. As a woman, you have to look at yourself too. You have to watch yourself and be like, oh, accountability, kryptonite. Yeah, you know, shit. They have accountant degrees, no accountability. All right, cool. Well, yeah, so that will never happen. Nobody's going to internalize on the female front because it turns into looking in the mirror and saying, oh, I'm the problem. And yes, chances are you are the problem.
You know the problem? I find that's what that things might really be about. Mirror on the wall who's the fierce side, and the mirror tell her, well, it's not you.
It's not you. And she had to make it be her.
Yeah, and she went and killed you. Was trying to kill the bitch.
Snow White.
Yeah.
That's a perfect
as opposed to just be like, you know what? I could accept that. Because that'll change the dynamic of the story.
This is reality. No matter what, she still wasn't the fairest.
So what you did was, and that's a typical woman behavior.
Yeah.
Who's the fairest? It's me, right? No, it's a chick named Snow White. What? The killer.
Kill that bitch, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Whoa there, Skipper. How we reach here? And the mirror was just like...
That's not like a childish mentality.
No, but then again...
You can see Chiron doing that.
They're going to remake it with this girl who was in West Side Story, and she going to balls it up because Disney
It's
trying to
about
do
messaging.
this. Yeah, Disney, and the fans done hate it before it come out. So we'll see it be panned and bomb at the box office.
Oh, but the Disney, pull up the article, the dog with the Disney, the head of Disney, who was...
Bob Iger?
Yeah, who had some scathing remarks for his editors.
Oh, yeah, Bob Iger. Oh, look at this. Calls out Elon Musk.
Nah, he didn't call out.
10 hours.
Yeah. Oh, what do you say? Let me see this one.
Lack on set supervision.
Yeah.
Bob Iger admits his analyst in this small box. Oh, so somebody... It's not the fact that you let people who should not be directing... Okay, let me put it this way. The chick who direct the Marvels, she probably is a great director.
She is a great director in her own regard.
She just not supposed to be directing fucking box office.
She could probably lead Lifetime.
Nah. Don't do this shit.
Nah, she could go back on Lifetime.
She was not on Lifetime.
She had to be on Lifetime.
No, she...
Talking that kind of shit, dog.
Nah, you on shit. You on shit.
Had to.
What's her name? Nia DaCosta. Look what
Where she
movie.
come from? Oh, God.
Look what movie she did. The new Candyman.
Yeah, good.
Well, yeah, that's about it.
That's it? All right, good. All right, good.
Who's the youngest there? Oh, and she's the youngest and the first black woman and
Affirmative action.
is the first black woman and youngest person of all time to direct a Marvel Studio feature. Fuck out of here.
Fucking fugazi.
Hey, get a film game up. No, but what? Wow, she's almost a year younger
She's 34.
than me.
She's 34.
And she got through. Why? Because...
And she didn't really have all her good movies, though. She's just in it.
No,
Don't take it on, though.
no, I don't want she a filmmaker. She's the director. Is the director.
She's a boss. She is the boss.
Well, Candyman. And that's a remake, so... Oh, God.
God Fishburne.
They actually bring this man back? Why?
Hey,
Jesus
look,
Christ.
yes. Daniel Robitaille.
Oh, look. Toyona Paris. And I would watch her, I would say, I would watch her in anything she's in because she's super fine. Watch. Natural hair, she always had the natural hair. Always had the natural hair.
And I look it now.
Patsy's trying to say something without saying it. The whole... Okay, I took it off. I took off the scary door. You was going to look at now?
Yeah, boy, you was looking at Bob Iger.
Yeah. The Marvel's lack of onset, Bob Iger admits in an analysis of its dismal... Oh, here we go. You see what you need, Express?
The Marvels lacked on-set supervision, Bob Iger admits in analysis of its dismal...
Oh, I just had to say this. You see, I have no problem with a woman reading, right? Because, we love literacy amongst women. Other than, especially when they're not reading erotica and young adult novels.
box office. Disney CEO Bob Iger blames the pandemic effect as part of the reason for the dismal box office results on the Marvels. Speaking at a New York Times business summit earlier this week, Iger said the studio needs some revitalization. The Marvels was shot during COVID.
I done. Fucky. Bob, you on shit.
Bobby on shit.
You on shit.
But he really
Cool.
did. He really did say they had to move away from messaging and back to entertaining people.
Nah, them doubling down, bro. Look what he did. What he did was he blamed the last CEO. I forget his name. The man who get fired, he get fired on a Sunday. And they bring, he was the CEO, then they bring him back like it was a real bacchanal. Disney right now in flames. In flames. Star Wars, Kathleen, you want to go with the next one? I have a theory, and this is my tinfoil hat. I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that women are purposely were the same women who was people assistants like George Lucas assistant. And they got put in positions because of the Me Too movement, and they said, you know what? They wasn't going to give us the job. So what we going to do is fucking steer the ship straight into the iceberg. And when it sink, we could just, fuck off.
That way you believe that?
I believe they're purposely making these movies shitty. They're trying to fuck with this stuff.
As opposed to seeing the script, following the sensible
it's not about that. It's about crashing the patriarchy.
It's messaging.
It's about crashing. They literally want to crash the patriarchy. Drop the stock price so low that they have to fucking sell.
You know what these maniacs not understanding? These unhinged individuals don't understand. You crash the patriarchy means you are going to crash.
You know what's the worst part? What's his name? What's the South African name?
Elon Musk?
Yeah. You don't understand, you know. All they do he come and buy this day, though. Because X is already shit. Imagine he running.
X on the
they'll
flames.
call it DX.
Yeah. No, but again,
suck it.
Destroying men means you are going to be destroyed. You know why? There's one simple reason why other men will just come and take over. Other men from territories that you don't know about.
Yeah, but the devil, you know, the devil you don't know.
Because, all right, you destroy your American men.
And you create a void in power.
What you think? You going and defend yourself against the communist men? You go and defend yourself against men from different parts of the world? No, they will come and take over. I did not see that.
And you get rid of the boogie, but you didn't realize he was keeping those men at bay.
He was keeping those men at bay.
If you watch...
The real maniacs.
So, little homework. There's a movie called Dr. Strangelove. There's an old movie back in the day about the Cold War and basically the missile crisis going on between Russia and things. One of the funniest movies ever made. Based on a book that wasn't as funny, but Kubrick, Dr. Strangelove. I'm trying to get the full name. Or How I Love to Stop Worrying About the Bombs and Love Bombing. What is?
And then see in American general.
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Love to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. So the whole movie is about the start of the movie. This is one of the funniest shits ever. A man wake up. Kubrick basically make it out to be that these men have erectile dysfunction. All these men are power really having a dick measuring competition with each other. So a man wake up, couldn't perform with the girl, and then went crazy. And this literally is like, okay, execute Order 66, which is basically send a bomber straight over to the Soviets and just bomb the shit out of them.
Right.
So while they did that now, he block off the tent, block off the base, and mash up all the machinery so they can't communicate with the plane. So they on a one-way trip is a stealth bomber to bomb. So now them in the war room like, Mr. President, we gonna bomb Russia, what the fuck we gonna do? And then the jackass talks that. It becomes like the greatest hour-long comedy ever, where they talking about scenarios, doomsday scenarios. Don't worry. We could bomb them 4 times, or they could bomb us enough to kill us, but we could bomb them enough to kill them on 4 times. So technically we win. And it's like, what?
That makes no sense, yeah.
The whole thing was just like a dick measuring competition. And then Dr. Strangelove now was like this kind of this weird German guy that they get from World War II.
Yeah.
Like a weird German scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they get.
Yeah.
And he in a wheelchair, but his hand is this guy aroused to the and he started to pull down his hand and shit. So anyway, while
it's comedic satire, yeah.
You know, Peter Sellers was the Dr. Strangelove, if you're Pink Panther.
Oh yeah.
The original Pink Panther.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doing all of this now. In the middle of the war room now, he said, don't worry, because the bombs already launched, it cannot bring it back. The voice of Darth Vader was one of the guys on his ship. So he was that James Earl Jones, that was one of his big roles as a youth man. I think it was his first role or whatever. The movie ends where assured mutual destruction. The world is going to end. 100%. Everybody going to get fucking bombed. because they done launch back is because they call the Russian and the Russian was Russian Prime Minister was bullying a woman, but like he couldn't perform either. So he was just like, he come on the phone and was like, nah, where you going bomb? Don't worry. But the bomb our next place, they bomb back, everybody else going fucking dead.
Right.
Then they said, don't worry, fellas, we have a thing. So now everybody at the elite or whatever going to be in a room with 10 women of different ethnicities, and all the men was like, well, we going dead. So all the men was like, stop caring about how to stop it. That's why like, how I stop worrying and learning to love the bomb. How they stopped learning because they each realized there was going to be in a bunker fucking 10 random bitches. That was sweet. That was the point of the movie. And like, and the movie ends cascading bombs, bomb, 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 bomb.
So that, I mean, driving back to the point, patriarchy exists to counteract other territories' patriarchy.
The superclass is a superclass, and feminism does not support anything. It doesn't even support itself.
Because
I wanted to talk about this chick. Griner. Brittany.
Oh, God. They bring him back up to a girl.
You know, I think she's trans.
Why is it that?
I think I Googled it. I think she's trans.
She's a trans
Well,
woman?
she has a husband. Her wife has a husband. That's what they said.
Her wife has a husband?
Yeah, she's a trans man.
She transitioned?
No. They don't have a transition. They just identify as. So, because that's like if I say I have a Benz, but I identify it as a. I know, I have a 323, but I identify it as a Benz.
That's like going to Russia with drugs.
Oh, no. She deserves the jail time. I don't think America should have ever trade her for a war criminal.
Because I plan to go to Dubai next year, right? For sure.
Whoa.
And why would I carry any sort of drug or alcohol that is not sanctioned to these people?
You know be messed up if she really didn't commit the crime. Then it was like, okay, nah, boy, they just want to torture an American person. Okay, do what you had to do. But she went to the country under illegal circumstances. You couldn't just go without weed or whatever drug.
She wasn't playing basketball in Russia.
Yeah.
So you knew the laws.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Nah. So, and then it was so horrible. And then the feminism went out the window. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah.
When they put you
all
in
of a sudden, she's a female again.
When they put you in a gulag, you realize how real life is. And then, like I said, feminism does not stand under
She
pressure.
bounced up Natasha.
Romanoff, the real one.
Real one. Right.
And realize Black Widow is not a myth. It's reality. And then they trade you for a war criminal. Now, should he be in jail? I don't know how to catch him in the first place. I had to do some research on it. But should he be in jail? Probably.
Yeah, he should be in jail.
For basically figuring out a way to monopolize war. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a genius. I will give him that. But
he is a bad guy.
But all right, so trade the number 52 player of the WNBA
for the number one war criminal.
He like that bad is on the list of. I sure that man was on the CIA's wanted list. They wanted to get ET food a long time.
Again.
And you trade that for that?
This is classical, empirical evidence of.
They should have leave that. That's 9 years in jail, bro. You should leave her.
Of the politicizing the feminism movement to make sure that they could get the suffrage of women on their part.
I can kind of respect the North Korean because he wasn't getting her back from here, you know. She got rot inside there.
Yeah,
they wasn't getting her back. Russia, because I don't know how them broke that deal.
They would have to give back.
That's a weird trade.
You know what you might have want? The defectors and that in America. He's like, send them back.
You know what that trade was like? That's like if Chicago Bulls traded Michael Jordan in the height of his career for
some
was that shit on the West Indies team?
Some start from Detour Shack Attack, dog.
No.
You see that? Take a man from defense force.
A nigga who do him play basketball.
Yeah.
You put the man on the pinnacle of his league for someone who does not play
irrelevance. Yeah.
That don't equate to me. So right now, this man is back.
But it equates to the West. It equates to people soldiers fighting to come back home and be mentally destroyed by their
I am
female
catching
counterparts.
shrapnel and bullets so you could smoke weed in Russia.
Or, not just that, I could come back home and realize, wait, I have no power in my own house. But I'm fighting tooth and nail for you. That Ukrainian man, he can't even tell his wife, come off this podcast. You're looking bad.
They're making me look bad. I mean, they insulted her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
They let her know, but you and shit, what you doing here? Because, again, she's hypergamizing on our podcast.
You're supposed to be watching the news
BBC,
every day.
Al Jazeera,
Every day. Who praying to God that this man ain't catch
She
no
gonna
bullet.
write her dear John letter, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's Dear John.
Yeah.
Dear John, fucking a podcast host.
I hope your wife was going fine.
Good for you. Good
By
for
the way,
you.
yeah.
By the way, you know, I did tell you, I was supposed to tell you I didn't take off the gas in the house and it's probably going to blow up even more now. And you ain't shit, nigga.
Be safe.
PS. I'm taking TBS. The kids are by my sister.
It's horrible, but again, I say my part, you say your part, dog.
Yeah.
This feminism thing is bullshit. And yes, I said it is bullshit because we don't hate women. Men do not hate women. You know who hate women? The people who are in jail right now for
You know also hates women?
crimes against
women. Women actually hate women. Women hate men.
100%. I've heard every woman say
Lesbian.
their friends ain't shit.
Yo, lesbians are the worst.
Of course.
Not say that because they are lesbians, you know, but because if you talk to a lesbian, they talk about lesbian relations, you're either in a abusive relationship, or B, you can't find somebody to commit. Worse than if you was locking down with a man. Because remember the whole shtick they were sitting women with, nah, he don't please you like how a woman will please you, so you maybe should be a woman. And then when you jump ship, you realize
but
the grass is brown.
I always would say lesbians are the biggest simps.
Yeah, well, lesbians are the biggest sims.
So, you good? Like, I hear this horror story of a woman balling about she's go down on her partner when she's in a period.
Oh, I told her that story.
That's you. Right.
I told her that horror story.
That's a horror story, though.
And then she got vexed with me because, like, so we're wrong. It's just body fluid. I was like, ma'am, I have no problem with the action of going down on a girl, you know. I just don't like blood. Because I don't even want blood, like, not vagina blood, just blood in general touching me.
But I don't like dirty blood.
I don't want any blood. Clean blood, dirty blood. Blood is, you know, here's the best part about blood, right? It's supposed to be inside.
Anyway, though.
And stay.
Yeah, so
So that's how we ended the podcast. Talking about dirty blood, periods, boogie. Don't do that.
that's nasty.
Rest in peace, Lala. Rest in peace, Lindsay.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
This was Hiko.